Alright, what's going on guys? Fortnite back again in here for another video for you guys for today. And I was a little undecided if I wanted to review Impact this week, and of course, with the, bad shows that we've been seeing, with Genesis was pretty bad, and the show from last week, and so, after all that, I wasn't too sure on how, TNA was going to be this week, and, this week ended up being actually, better than those two past shows, so, I decided to comment out here and review it, so it was a little bit better this week than, the previous two shows. So, with this week, I didn't really have, much of any problems. But anyway, let's get right into it, and, we kick things off, with the newly won TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Anderson himself, coming out and basically saying thank you to the TNA fans and to everyone who stood by him and stuff like that, and even Matt Morgan, who, helped him become and, helped him win, the TNA Championship after, Immortal basically trying to stop him from winning it. He talks about, basically his road to the top and trying to make it to the top of the mountain and become TNA champion or world champion in general, talking about, from trying to make it top, from the Indies to WWE and now into TNA as, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, so that's what we see from there. Right after that, Matt Morgan does come out and basically saying, he wants his championship rematch, and he wants it to be 2011 to be Matt Morgan's year. I'm not too sure about that. Matt Morgan isn't really, my favorite wrestler, so him being, world champion, I'm not too sure about that. It might happen, I guess, but, anything can happen, so only time will tell. But I am happy with, Mr. Anderson as, TNA World Champion, and with that, he seems to be, still a face, so he's not a heel or, with the Immortal, so that's a good thing. So, with that, Mr. Anderson is still a face. After that, Eric Bischoff coming out, yes, and basically, talking trash about Mr. Anderson and that he's nothing. And, right after that, Immortal attacking, and the Hardy Boys attacking RVD and Mr. Anderson. Of course, RVD coming to the aid of Mr. Anderson as well. And we do have a tag team main event that is made. The Hardy Boys, that's right, reunite as a tag team against Mr. Anderson and RVD in the main event. So I will be talking about that later on, and that's what basically happened for, to kick off the show. So, that was pretty good on that note. Then we come back from commercial. We have the Tag Team Championship rematch from Genesis. That's the Motor City Machine Guns against Beer Money. And anytime, yet again, when you see these two, go at it in the ring, of course you would expect a good match, and that's exactly what happened. We had the rematch, and Motor City Machine Guns getting their rematch and trying to become, yet again the tag team championships. And with this, I thought they were gonna have some sort of breakup since what happened, at Genesis and that whole mishap thing. That didn't happen, which is a good thing, so I hope they don't go that route, and that's something we don't really need, especially something I don't really want to see with that too. So I think Motor City Machine Guns still staying as a tag team is a good thing. But anyway, this was a good, tag team matchup. Of course, usual fast pace, back and forth. We see them, brawl out in the ring. We see the double team moves. We see, the high cross body. Double teams by Beer Money and Motor City Machine Guns from themselves. So good back and forth action here. In the end, Beer Money does come back with the DWI and the tag team finisher, and yes, defeats Beer. Beer Money does get the defeat, as I was trying to say, onto Motor City Machine Guns. So that's basically happened with that. So good, match with the first match of the night, so that's basically what happened there. So Beer Money retains. Right after that, we have a promo that I'm not really going to get into, not that much anyway. It was actually kind of weird, and I was a little confused with that, so that's basically, one of the things I didn't like about the show. It was just really weird, so I'm not going to really get into that. So as of now, I believe Pope is the heel and Joe is now the face. I'm not too really sure what's going on with that, so that's basically what I'm gonna leave it up there. So that's it with that. The other promo I will talk about that actually was more interesting, and this one was with Jeff Jarrett and formerly known as Karen Angle. Coming back here and Kurt Angle and their promo. With this, I was expecting a little bit more. We have, Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett brawling a little bit, since Kurt Angle, is pretty ticked off after what happened at Genesis and all that stuff with this storyline. So having Karen Jarrett, as I should say, with that, basically having, the fireworks and everything, and Karen basically saying that, she will speak next week. So we actually hear for more stuff from Karen next week, so it's going to be interesting. And also, Jeff Jarrett was able to drop the MMA gimmick, which is good because I was really getting tired of that. So him as a heel, it's fine, but the MMA gimmick, I just didn't like it at all. So it's a good thing that he was, able to hang his MMA boots and get rid of the gimmick, and that's really good in that. So it looks like we won't be, hopefully, won't be seeing that anymore. So that's it for that. Then we get into the Knockouts Tag Team Championships are also on the line, and this was an alright match. Not a whole lot happened here. In this match, we had Katie Lee and Angelina Love against Tara and Madison Rayne. And with this one, Mickie James did come back and showing that she wants her shot again at the Knockouts Championship. Hopefully she does, and getting her revenge onto Madison, and then them brawling onto basically into the crowd and into the back. Then leaving really Tara in a handicap match, and this was an alright match. Basically, we saw STO and the spin kick and that. We see Katie Lee basically coming in with the win, and doing like a like a crossface type of move, sort of like a label lock in a way, submission. So I thought that was interesting as well. But alright knockouts match, but nothing really too special happened. So we did get to see Angelina Love and Katie Lee Birchall retain, the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Right after that, we did have another match from, after the break. We had Abyss against Matt Morgan in a non-title matchup, and this was, pretty good match too in itself. Basically, I'm just going to run down what we saw in this. We saw the usual right and lefts, elbows by Matt Morgan in this match. Basically it was all Matt Morgan trying to take down Abyss in this match too. Of course, Flair outside trying to help Abyss as well. We saw, the rights and lefts into the corner. The clothesline here. I believe we got to see the big boot too by Abyss. We see the splash as well by Abyss, and the carbon footprint, which was kind of reversed, and then Matt Morgan did and was able to come back and defeat Abyss in this non-title matchup. So Matt Morgan wins that match. So that match was pretty good. Right after that, we see Immortal again, getting a beat down on this time Matt Morgan. So Immortal again doing another beatdown. So right after the match, so that's what happened with that. Basically right after that, we did have the tag team main event, and that's the reuniting of the Hardy Boys against Anderson and RVD, and this one wasn't not that bad of a match either. So it was actually cool seeing the Hardy Boys come back as the tag team, and taking it against Anderson and RVD. Basically what we saw, everyone getting involved in this match, and what we saw, we get to see the ball outside. The mic check actually twice in this match, from each to each Hardy each party, I should say. We see the side effect in this as well. So, not that bad of a match. The referee was also then knocked out too towards the end. And, Immortal again trying to get the beat down onto Anderson and RVD. Of course, before that, RVD and Anderson trying to get their payback, and then Immortal came out and definitely basically got their revenge as well. So Be Money trying to take them out. Then we get to see the Swanton Bomb, and that's what basically helps the Hardy Boys defeat RVD and Anderson, and that's what basically happened with that. And yet again, another beatdown to Anderson and RVD. So that's what basically closed the show on that. So TNA definitely better in a way than last week and the last two shows. So it's actually not that bad, and I thought it, like I said, pretty much better this week. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and let me know what you guys' thoughts. And that has to do with the video. And as always, I will talk to you guys later on.